Hey friends, welcome to Project Homestead. I'm Geraldine. Today I'm going to be expounding on the phrase, every little bit counts. Because it really does, every little bit counts. I used to feel like, that's kind of silly. Doing like a little bit at a time isn't really gonna add up very quickly. And it's true, it doesn't add up very quickly until you've been doing it for a long time. And then after you've been doing that for a long time, it really takes a snowball effect and it just is like mind-blowing how much every little bit counts.
Let me let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might miss it?
All right. So we're going to run to the store really quickly and we're going to talk about a couple of just mind shifts that I had that are just so like when you have these mind shifts and you say to yourself, man, that's so obvious. And you feel a little bit silly when you're having these like epiphanies. But then you're just like, I'm actually going to implement this in my life. Like I'm actually going to start doing this. It's silly, it's little, but it's something that I can do. And in the beginning, when you're actually really trying to get yourself out of debt and you feel like there is a hole that you have dug yourself into and you do not know how you are ever going to get out of that hole, start with little things like this. Because it is something that you can do. And you're putting a little bit of energy into it. You're putting a little bit of energy into, I want to get out of debt, and I'm letting the universe know. I'm letting God know. I'm letting whatever powers you may believe in, or maybe you just believe in your own power, and you're like, I'm letting myself know my own internal power. Whatever it is that you believe, think, feel, you're putting positive energy into that belief, manifestation that you want. Do you know what I mean? And so doing little things at a time and making those part of your everyday or part of your routine or part of your go-to, they start to add up after a while. And here is one of the first things that I realized, hey, if I make that little change, my family can still eat the snacks that they enjoy, but we can do it at a fraction of the price. And you don't realize until you really look into it how much you actually are saving. And it may not feel a lot. Like you may save $40 a month on popcorn, right? By just making that little switch. And $40 might not seem like a lot to you, but what if you did 10 things that saved you $40? That's $400 a month just on little tiny tweaks that you've made on how you bring that food into your home. Usually I can find popcorn for $1.49, but I was at the shop here, so I went ahead and got this bag of popcorn for $2.39, and so that's fine with me, but usually I get it for $1.49. And if you've been with me any length of time on my YouTube, you would know that I'm really working on mastering sourdough because of this reason right here, $5.49 for each loaf, each individual loaf. Sorry, it sounded like I was yelling at you on that last recording. I'm like, you can get a bag of flour for $5. At Costco, I believe their bags of flour are $5. I think they've gone up just a little bit, maybe to $7, but still, even if it was $10, $15, the amount of money you're going to save by getting your own flour, making your own bread is huge. This is the way that I look at it. Sourdough is flour, water, starter, salt, right? Let's just say that per loaf, you're spending $1.50 for that loaf because your flour, you're just using a portion of it. So you take a little bit of it out of that, and then you're using some salt, and maybe you're using really fancy salt. And so you're going to put that in there, and your starter costs you like maybe $1 to make it. And you got to keep topping that up. So maybe you have the best, finest rye flour ever for your sourdough starter. Even all of that, I would bet you're spending less than $1.50 on your loaf of bread. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that you spent $1.50 on your loaf of bread. You're still able to get 3 loaves of bread for the same price you would pay at the store for 1 loaf. Plus, let's just face it, no one is going to do better quality control for your family than you are. No one. The way I see it is you're either spending your time or you're spending your money. Time is not just going to stop and wait for you. Time is just going to keep going. You have to spend your time. You just have to choose how you're going to spend it. So really, you can't save time. You really can't. You can organize your time, you can choose how you spend your time, you can be wise with your time, but you can't save it. You can't save it. Because even if you saved it, you're still spending it doing whatever you did saving it. Does that make sense? What is this? What was this? But money you can save. Money you can actually go, no, I want to stop. I want to stop spending. You can actually put that away and you can watch that build up and you can watch that grow. So if I'm going to choose time, trying to save time or trying to save money, I'm going to save money because I can't save time. So I'm going to use the time I have wisely so that I can save my money. And we're back at the shops. So while at the shops the other day, I saw the seeds were $1.99 for the lettuce. All these seeds are $1.99. But if you go over to the grocery store, you're getting one head of lettuce for $1 more than what you would spend getting a whole entire packet of any of these seeds that you want. So my head was like, wait a minute. So if I spend $1.99 and I've seen seeds as low as 99 cents, if I spend between 99 cents and $1, I can have the lettuce for the whole entire year versus spending $1 more and only getting one lettuce for 1 meal. All right, so let's talk lettuce. $3 for the one head of lettuce, right? You saw that yourself. $3 for the one head of lettuce. Also, $3 for 3 packets of lettuce seeds. So the same price. For the same price, I can spend $3 and I can get one lettuce or potentially 150 lettuce. That's crazy. That's like a savings of $447. When you look at what you're spending and getting, you're getting a savings of $447. That's crazy. If you've been with me for any length of time, you will know that my lettuce that I have grown, all of the lettuce I have grown, or all of the green leafies I have grown are very bitter and they don't taste good. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to do a little bit of research over the next couple of days, and this is a video that is coming out very soon. We're going to plant ourselves a small crop of lettuce, and we're going to really work on making it tasty, sweet, delicious lettuce. I'm going to make this work because that is just such a huge savings for me to ignore. And it's actually not that hard to grow the lettuce. Like, growing the lettuce is so easy. It's making it taste good that I'm struggling with. So once I figure out how to grow it and make it taste good, it's really just such a small effort. It's really not much effort on my part, and it's completely worth it, in my opinion. Lots of people say I can't eat organic because it's so expensive, and it is. Like these 2 lettuce heads, $6.50 for 2. If you put those small heads together, you might have 1 full head of lettuce. For a chunk of pumpkin, it's $6.21. That is mind-blowingly expensive. Like, if you were to feed a large family at that cost, you just can't do it unless you have a lot of money. $7 for this tiny thing of organic potatoes, which I actually did buy. Let me tell you what. I bought these potatoes, not to eat them, but to plant them. $7? Was it $7 or was it $7.50? So you get 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
My thinking is, if I can grow these potatoes, if I can sprout them and grow them, $7 or even $7.50 or $7 and whatever it was is totally worth it. If I can grow these into a crop of potatoes, organic, pesticide-free potatoes, and then plant those potatoes, or plant some of those potatoes depending on how many I get, and keep on doing that and keep on upping the size of my crop, and all I did was spend 1 time off price of $7 and something cents. That to me is worth it. Also, I got these sweet potato. I don't know how much I spent on the sweet potato, to be completely honest. I'll try and find the receipt in my Everyday Rewards app, because I don't get the paper receipts anymore. It just goes straight to that app, and so I don't know what I spent on these. But even if I spent $10 on these, if I can plant them grow more sweet potatoes, plant those sweet potatoes, and grow myself a crop over the next year, totally worth it. So I bought these sweet potatoes as well the other day from the shop. I actually liked it because there's a little bit of dirt on it still, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'll wash it off, of course, before I eat it, but I just like the look of it. My point of showing you that is I am going to buy sweet potatoes in the meantime, and they're probably not going to be organic, but I'm working towards getting organic sweet potatoes for a fraction of the price by just buying them one time. And while we're talking about organic, I also went ahead and I bought myself some ginger. I'm going to sprout and figure out how to plant this ginger as well. I'm excited about the ginger. I'm excited about the sweet potatoes as well because I feel like the greenery you get from them, it's very pleasing to the eye while you're waiting for your crop to grow. And so you kind of get like 2 for 1. You get a pretty thing to look at while it's all growing in there, and then you get all this yummy food afterwards. So totally worth it. In my opinion, totally worth it. So for all of this, all these potatoes, and this ginger, it was about $25. It was just over $25, which I think is totally worth it if I get a crop out of it. I would happily spend that if somebody were to tell me you spend $25 one time and you can get a perpetual crop and always have sweet potato, always have white potato. This potato is, that's what the potato name is. I don't know if it's a yummy potato or not. I've never tried one before. But I'm gonna plant them because they're organic and I just wanna do it. Another reason on top of price that I really wanna start growing my own produce is this is typical for me when I buy potatoes. Getting potatoes with these rotten spots that I have to cut out. I just feel so frustrated with the quality of the produce that I've been getting now that I just feel so strongly that I want to grow my own produce. I want to do it, guys. I want to grow it all. I want to grow so much vegetables in my garden and so much fruit, all this produce, that I have to gift it away. I have to give it. How beautiful would that be? Giving it to like somebody who's in need that you care about, or even somebody that you don't know, but you still care about because they're a human being. That would just be such a gift to be able to gift something to someone else. It just gives me like the goosebumps. This wasn't gonna be in my video, but I just want to point out this watermelon cost me $30. I'm very good at saving and being on a budget.
But watermelon is my kryptonite.
We all have our kryptonite, and watermelon and probably peaches, berries of any sort, cherries, like lots of fruit. It's my kryptonite. It's my kryptonite. So I definitely overspend on that. But can you imagine if I spent $1.99 and I got my watermelon seeds and I got like 10 watermelons? What a savings that would be. The savings, it just blows my mind. All these things, I'm like, what? Anyways, let's get back to the popcorn that I was talking about earlier in the video because that was the first thing that really got me thinking. That was the like, you light a match and it's like, it was popcorn for me. It was like, and the savings is pretty funny, actually. It's pretty funny how much we save a year on popcorn. Hello.
Hi.
Kids are home from school now, as you can see.
I'm gonna make banana popcorn.
I'm gonna make little peanut butter banana bites, little frozen ones.
Ooh.
But that's for another day and another time. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a minute, buddy. As you saw at the store, I believe this was $3.50. Even though it was on sale, I'm gonna stick with $3.50 for this experiment because usually it's $3.50. I don't know, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere so you can see what it was. I want you to also notice, I'm sure you guys do notice, it's not all the way full even. So you're only actually getting that much popcorn, but you're getting a bag like this. So your eyes think they're getting this, but you're really getting this. And it kind of irritates me a little bit because it's like, it's popcorn. It's so cheap. You could at least give us a full bag, you know? But they don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this entire bag of popcorn and we're going to fill the bags up to where they have it. And then we're going to compare and see how many bags we get. Just kind of add it all up and do the comparison with price, right? So first we're gonna dump out this bag. I've got my empty bag here. I've got my full comparison bag here. And I wanted to show you, so this is about how much popcorn you're getting in one thing. So this is a full bag of popcorn in here. And then we'll compare this next to this entire bag popped and we'll get a better comparison. So let's get going. Just quickly ask the kids how much popcorn they think we're gonna get out of this whole bag, and they each gave me their prediction, and I thought that might be kind of fun to add on this video. So what did you say, Hamish? How much do you think it's gonna give us for the whole?
I thought you'd give us this whole ball.
Yeah, this full exactly.
Okay, so Hamish thinks that it's going to be this whole entire bowl is going to be, and Macy thinks that it's going to be 3 bags full.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the other.
It keeps getting stuck. This might be a bad idea. No.
It's like, no, can't breathe.
This is like a Kmart. This is a Kmart one, so it's not the best of quality one, so it might be like I might be asking too much of it right now.
We need to get better popcorn.
You're stronger than the others think.
All right, I'm going to let this cool down because it's starting to smell like it's overheating. Again, it's only a Kmart model, so I've asked quite a lot of it. So we're going to put this popcorn in there. First of all, let's just look at this. I mean, we're not even done popping the popcorn yet. So just your eye, without me doing any of this extra, can tell you that the savings is it's just crazy. It's like not hard to pop popcorn, you know? This was our comparison bag. And this is the bag we're gonna use to fill up.
And who cares if you might miss it? Go ahead and
All right, so we've got our first bag of popcorn from here.
shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you
We're at 2 bags.
might mess it up? Just shine.
We're at 3 bags. Actually, this is a bit too full. No, it's not full enough.
You shouldn't doubt yourself.
All right, we're at 3 bags now.
Cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those.
Oh, not enough.
Mom,
4 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try.
Okay, this is our 5th bag.
Try, know that it's time you let that spark out.
All right, now we're at 6 bags. Okay, I'm gonna keep popping now because we're at 6 bags and we've freed up some more space in here. So let's keep popping.
And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine.
Our tally is currently at 6.
Darling, go ahead and shine, my dear.
All right. Okay, we're at 7 bags. we're at 8 bags.
Darling, go ahead and shine.
All right, we're at 9 bags.
Mess it up, just shine.
All right, that's not quite 10 bags, but we're at 9.5 bags. So we'll just leave that right there like that. Pull our popcorn maker over here.
Shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up, just shine.
All right, I think we definitely got our 10 bags. Let's be at 9.5 right now. 10 bags. Looks like we're gonna be about 10.5 bags, and if I popped the rest of the kernels, we probably could get an 11th bag. Let's see if this is an 11th bag. I don't think it's quite an 11th bag, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, we're at half a bag, so we're at 10.5 bags. Let me just clean up and I'll be right back. And I'm gonna discard these because they're getting kind of burnt, and I don't want to pop the rest of them, so I'm gonna stop at 10.5 bags. I'm gonna check these out and then I'll be right back. 10.5 bags, Macy. So let's try to get all these bags.
Oh, I just want to eat it all of this.
Yeah. So let's put this one away, because this is the second bag, so we're not going to use this one anymore. It was just for comparison. And then we're going to put all of this in there. I want to get it all into this one. Maybe we should make something for your school's bush dance.
What?
You really got yourself good with that hula hoop.
I just sipped on some popcorn.
Yeah, there's popcorn everywhere. Popcorn all over the floor. Missy just mentioned she could step on someone. Some, not someone, but some. Ooh. Let's try to get those popcorns to stay on there so we can have a real comparison of it all.
I did.
Yeah, I told you. Look right now.
It especially hurts right here.
Yeah, you're going yourself really hard. Are you gonna want to still do the hula hoops?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
gonna keep trying even though it attacked me.
And there you have it. 1 bag, 10.5 bags. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference in size, and even more so in your bank account and how much money you save by popping your own popcorn. I'm gonna actually test out and see how popcorn freezes, because I like to know how everything freezes, because I am a freezer mill baddie.
You could have said freezer queen.
Yeah, the freezer queen. So we're gonna see.
Of freezer meals.
So we're gonna see how the popcorn freezes. I'm also going to mix this bag of popcorn with this popcorn. Also, I'm going to mix in this bag as well, just to kind of give the kids a little bit of variety. And we will be back tomorrow and we'll do a little bit of talking. I'm losing good light right now, so I'm going to leave this here and then come back tomorrow and we'll finish this video up. All right, guys, I'll see you then. Amazing for texture. Wow. It's like the very middle is cold, but everything else, it's almost like the popcorn didn't get cold. That's so bizarre. Most of the popcorn I'm eating isn't even cold. This has been in the freezer for more than 12 hours and it's not even cold. Kept its crunch though. And that's what matters. So what can we take from this video? What I hope you will take from this video, I mean, you can take whatever you want to take from this video, but what I hope you will take from this video is that if you're feeling really overwhelmed and you don't know where to start small. Start with popcorn. Even potatoes back in the day would have been too overwhelming for my brain to even process because we were so riddled in debt, that the thought of going and buying $7 potatoes and the compost and soil and whatever I need and figuring out what pot or buying a pot and then planting it and then waiting was too much for me. I'm in a much different situation now than I was even 2 years ago. But popcorn I could do. I could do popcorn. Lettuce, potatoes, all the things you had to plant probably were too overwhelming for me back then. I mean, I did have a herb garden, which I loved, but that's all I could muster up is just planting some herbs. But now I really want to push myself and I want to take that to the next level. And that's the beauty of this type of a journey is you start small. You start with something like popcorn. And you start with something like, I'm going to do popcorn for snacks for my family and I'm going to take that money that I'm saving and I'm going to put that $50 on debt. Maybe it's only $50 a year, but it's $50 less that you owe on debt. And whenever you notice another small thing that doesn't overwhelm you that you can do it and keep doing it. And then the more that you do it, it adds up. 1 + 1 doesn't equal a lot, but 1 + 1
plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, on and on and on.
to like 1,000,000 times or 1,000 times. That's a pretty big number. So you really can do it. You may feel overwhelmed and it may feel daunting, and rightly so. But just know that there are other people out there who are working towards the same things as you. There are other people out there who are striving for the same things that you're striving for and that you're not alone. And I guess I'm not really the person to talk about this because my next tip is to just not share too much with people because they don't understand and they're just going to judge you and add to your overwhelming feelings and anxiety. Because I'm on YouTube, it sounds kind of silly giving this advice, but I'm very particular on what I share now with certain people because I feel like they're just going to be a downer. They don't really have any sort of words of encouragement. So I tend to turn to people now who uplift me, who encourage me, who show they genuinely care and are invested in me. And I'll share things with them. But even then, it's like not a fun thing to talk about. And I understand that. I just want to let you know that I understand it's overwhelming, but I want you to know you can do it. And the more that you do it and the more that you put towards it, it just starts becoming addictive almost. And then you start wanting to see how else you can save and how else you can better yourself and your family situation. I want to encourage you to try to find one thing, one small thing, even if it's popcorn. If you're a big popcorn eating family, you can actually save quite a lot of money. As we saw earlier in the video, we popped so much popcorn and the amount of money that we saved is kind of silly. Popcorn is something that you can go through very, very easily. You would be surprised. If you like popcorn, you would be surprised on how much you eat when you're buying those bags of popcorn and how much you can save. Let's just work it out. So $2.39 is what I spent on one bag of kernels. That's $9.56 if I get 4 bags. That covers me for 10 bags of popcorn a week for my family to eat. You would be surprised, you guys. A lot of times we buy things and don't realize how much we actually consume. If we get it at $3.50 a bag and we do 10 bags, that's $35 a week on popcorn. So a month you're spending $140 on popcorn. But when you do the math and you subtract, you're getting $130.44 savings. All right, we're finishing this video in my bedroom because earlier when I was recording the video, I realized the time and I had to run out and get the kids. So let's just finish this video by saying there are so many little things that you can do to save. You can do popcorn as a snack. You could add popcorn as a snack and take away another expensive snack. You can grow your own food. You can buy the home brand of things. You can do coupons if you're in the States. There are so many different things that you can do that are little. And a lot of the times, I know for myself, from speaking from experience from back in the day, a lot of the times we don't do the little things because they feel so little. But when you add them up, when you start doing a lot of little things, those little things will start snowballing. And give yourself a year or 2 years, because that year and 2 years is going to go by whether you did this or not. So wouldn't you have rather started now, and when that 2 years happens to be over, you were doing it the whole entire time? Perspective, you know? I feel like when you have a little bit of a different perspective, it doesn't seem so daunting, you know? I always tell myself when I'm taking on a new journey or I'm starting something new, I tell myself, you know what? Time isn't going to stop for me. Time has no desire to stop for me. It's just going to keep going. So I just need to spend it the best that I possibly can. And so that's my advice. Take it, leave it, but just know you can do hard things, and that if it feels daunting, I get it. It doesn't feel daunting to me anymore. So I am proof, I am living proof that crushing debt, daunting, painful, overwhelming, crushing debt, it's awful. But I am living proof that it gets better, that it can get better. All right, guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for joining me for my video. Today's video, I will say, was meant to be a gardening video, but I got my wires crossed. And so here we are doing my Friday's video on Wednesday. And so Friday, I'll do my Wednesday video, so that it's just a bit of a swap around this week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining my video. Like always, I'm so very touched that you spent your time with me, and I appreciate every minute that you spend with me. I appreciate every comment that you give me. I appreciate every single like, every single share, every single silent view. I appreciate it all, because I appreciate you. I will see you guys next time on my Friday video. Until then, guys, bye.
You're stronger